Hi, family. Though this episode will be put out there for everyone to see, this particular episode is for my granddaughter, Olivia. I now know that she's coming to my channel, which actually makes me happy. Some time back, my grandson came to my the Just Medicate Me Facebook page and made a comment. Only the one comment, and I haven't heard from him since, but it was enough to let me know he was watching. And something he said to someone who's been in the picture for a very long time and knows all the parties involved. Something he said to him actually made me very happy when he said that he would work on being a better person. That was actually something I could hear my own son, TJ, say. I could easily hear him say that, so that made me happy. So now I know that 2 of my grandchildren, at least, there's one left. She's still underage. So all these years later, when the parents no longer have 24/7 control, because that is the essence of estrangement, isn't it? Family estrangement and alienation is the control over the children and using them as weapons of mass destruction. One of the memes I put out there, it's been out there for a long time, actually on my Grandparents' Rights 911 Facebook page. There were no, back when I went on to social media in 2009, I think there wasn't a single group, not one. And so I started that group. And it was so lonely. Coming back around full circle to what I said initially, this message is for my granddaughter, Olivia, who has just now had her first baby. And she tried so hard to have that first baby. She went through an awful lot to have that first baby. So the message is a simple one. You have to decide who you want to be, darling. You have to decide which road you want to go down. I have said before that I don't like speaking in the you, right? I always try to speak in the I. However, I'm going to make an exception for this episode because you are my granddaughter. I have some wisdom to share for you that could save you decades of pain and agony, that could help you give your son the future that I know you want for him. I know you do. I remember when TJ was born. I was just thinking when Jess was born, I remember that thought came to me, I guess, even more so because of the world we live in and girls and women being second class. I remember such hope that they would break the chain. I remember telling both my kids that our family tree was one in which my trunk was so crooked from everything that had happened, but that their branches could blossom and bloom and be beautiful. It didn't happen for my boy. He was 1,200 miles from home, and there was no one there for him. No one. It hasn't happened for my daughter. She's blasted through 4 marriages, lost countless treasures, and left behind numerous households. I carry your history, Liv. I have all your pictures. I have lots and lots and lots of memories. Both dad, when, your first few years. So I have all those pictures, right? They're here. They're safe. You need to decide what kind of a life you want that boy to have, because it will not come easily and not without a lot, and I do mean a lot of work. You came from a highly traumatic background. I mean, over and over and over again, the things that happened as you were growing up, just tumultuous. Your dad losing both of his parents to that tornado in Utica, Illinois. Just a few months later, your mom losing her brother by his own hand. 6 weeks after that, you were born. I mean, there was a marriage in between. Your brother was born a year later. It just kept coming. It just kept coming and coming and coming, right? So you have grown up in a trauma-filled background, highly unstable, highly unstable. There can be no question that your mother loves you. I have told you that. I don't know if you remember. Unlike your mom, when you were younger and were angry with her, you may recall this. I think you were old enough to recall. I had conversations with you that told you that your mom may have issues, lots of things going on, but that she always loved you. And I remember, Liv, I remember you walking down that hallway with the tears, asking if you were in an accident because you had heard that from both of your parents at separate times. And baby girl, you were no accident. You brought the sun back into a world devoid of light after your uncle died and your dad lost his parents. I cannot begin to tell you what it was like then. This is not going to be easy. However, there is a path for you, Liv, and I will help you with it. There's no cost involved. I don't want to sit down and hash out the past. The past is over. It's done. Ronan is your future now. He is your future now, Liv. He is your priority before anyone else. Anyone. You are his primary protector. I failed at times when my kids were growing up. I failed at that job, Liv. I guess I just want to help you not do that. Anyhow, that's my message this morning. And it's one of unconditional love. And I also want to tell you how proud I am of you for stopping the conversation on that episode. I also know what that took for you to do that, because impulsive anger is a primary trait in dysfunction. I didn't want to block your mother, but I'm done with whatever this is that she's never dealt with. And it is her issue to deal with, Liv. If she ever decides that, she wants to go into recovery and start addressing all this abnormal psychological crap that's been going on forever, I am there, as I have always been. Always. And you know that, Liv. You're the oldest one. You remember. I know you remember. You have to remember. Anyhow, I love you. I'm so happy. The drawing, by the way, the rendition that I created, it's yours. If you would like a canvas of that, you just let Grandma know, okay? Okay. I don't guess there's anything else I wanted to say during the middle of the night.